Okay, let's unpack this. What if I told you there are like 5 remarkably straightforward principles? Principles that could fundamentally reshape your entire life.
Your happiness, your health.
Exactly. Relationships, even your professional success. It sounds almost too good to be true, right?
I did, yeah.
But that's precisely what we're diving into today. We've been looking at these really compelling excerpts. They're from something titled 5 Rules to Transform Your Life Forever.
Right.
And our mission here for this deep dive is really to pull out the most potent insights, offer perspectives, actionable takeaways, stuff you can use right now.
And these aren't just philosophical ideas, are they?
No, that's the compelling part. The source claims they're widely supported by scientists, psychologists, even successful leaders throughout history.
So there's some real weight behind them.
Definitely. Prepare to see your daily choices maybe through a fresh lens.
Okay, I'm ready.
So the first rule the source lays out, it seems almost deceptively simple. Stop caring about what other people think.
Ah, the big one.
Right. And yet, the source claims this is where most people really falter, spending like 80% of their lives dictated by external opinions.
80%. That's staggering.
It really is. Think about that chunk of your existence just given away.
It's truly fascinating how deep that fear of judgment runs. I mean, the source mentions the spotlight effect.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, it's that often exaggerated belief that everyone is constantly watching and judging our every move. It's a mental trap.
How so? What kind of examples does it give?
Oh, things like choosing careers based on, societal expectations instead of what you actually love.
Right, or avoiding a dream because you're afraid people will laugh.
Exactly. It's not just small stuff. This mindset can literally redirect your entire life path.
And the irony, as the source points out, is that most people are way too busy worrying about themselves.
Yeah, they're caught up in their own spotlight effect.
Precisely. They're not fixated on your slip-ups. It makes you think, doesn't it? How many of your own regrets, when you really dig down, were they born from what you wanted or what you thought others wanted for you? Or would approve of?
That's a heavy question. And digging deeper, the source points to a really serious, often overlooked health angle here.
Health. How does worrying about opinions affect health?
Well, studies show that this chronic stress, constantly worrying about social approval, it can actually shorten your life.
Seriously?
Yeah. All that worry floods your system with cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, that constant elevation, it's like a slow poison.
Wow.
It messes with your immune system, speeds up cellular aging.
Yeah.
It becomes a real physical burden, not just mental chatter.
So it's not just in your head, it's literally wearing you down.
Exactly.
So what's the fix? What does the source suggest?
It talks about radical self-acceptance.
Radical self-acceptance. I like the sound of that.
It argues that the moment you genuinely stop living for everyone else and start living for yourself, that's when your real life begins.
Reclaiming that autonomy. Powerful stuff. Okay, shifting gears. Rule number 2. This one feels warmer initially. Spend more time with your loved ones.
Sounds lovely, doesn't it?
It does, but the source hits us with this almost alarming caveat. Loneliness isn't just a bad feeling. It says loneliness kills.
Whoa, that's blunt.
Right. It frames it as a verifiable health risk.
And this connects to that huge Harvard study, doesn't it? The 80-year one?
Yeah, exactly. The source features it prominently. What was the big takeaway there?
Just extraordinary findings, really. After tracking people for decades, they found it wasn't money or fame or career success.
No, what was it then?
It was the quality of relationships. That's what predicted long, fulfilling lives. Good relationships literally protect your physical and mental health.
That's profound, coming from such long-term data.
It really is.
And the source gives some hard numbers, too, which really drive it home. Get this, the health impact of chronic loneliness. It's like smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
15 cigarettes. Wow. That puts it in perspective.
Doesn't it? And people with strong social bonds live, on average, 7 to 10 years longer.
7 to 10 years, just from connection.
Yeah. And conversely, social isolation is tied to higher risks of heart disease, depression, even Alzheimer's. These aren't small correlations.
It's a direct challenge to how we often live today, isn't it?
How sick.
Well, think about it. We're hyper-connected digitally.
Yeah.
Phones, social media.
Always on.
But the source argues these often replace genuine, deep, face-to-face connections, so we end up feeling more lonely.
Scrolling through faces, but not really connecting.
Exactly. The source has this stark line. You could be rich in money, but bankrupt in relationships. And that kind of poverty, It can literally be killing you slowly.
Ooh, that hits hard. So the messages. Prioritize real connection.
Absolutely. Make time for it. Intentionally. Call your parents, hug your partner, really play with your kids, cultivate those authentic bonds.
Not just the digital ones.
Right. Because, as the source puts it so well, at the end of life, people don't wish they'd worked more hours.
No. What do they wish?
They wish they'd loved more. It's about where the true value lies.
A powerful reminder. Okay, rule 3. This one's about the physical. Never go more than 3 days without exercise.
Ah, the movement mandate.
Yeah, and the source frames it not just about looking fit, but as fundamental to survival.
And it highlights how quickly things go downhill if you stop. There's this chain reaction it describes.
What happens?
If you're inactive for more than just a few days consistently, muscles weaken, blood sugar goes up, mood often drops, energy crashes. It's systemic.
It happens that fast.
Apparently so.
Go.
It even cites research showing just 10 days of inactivity can slash your insulin sensitivity by up to 20%.
20% in 10 days. That's a huge jump in diabetes risk.
Exactly. It shows how deeply wired we are for movement.
And it's not just physical, right? The mental benefits.
Oh, huge. The source points out regular exercise can cut depression symptoms by up to 30%.
30%. That's often better than some medications.
Right. It's a massive impact on emotional resilience.
Yeah.
And crucially, it stresses you don't need to become like a marathon runner.
No hours in the gym needed?
Not necessarily. The source gives really accessible examples. A brisk 30-minute walk, dancing around your living room. Simple bodyweight stuff at home.
Things anyone can do.
Pretty much. And that's enough to reset brain chemistry, flood you with endorphins, boost your immune system.
It's like a full system reboot.
Kind of. The source uses this powerful metaphor. Every time you move, you're not just working out, you're buying more time on Earth.
Wow. Buying time. That frames it as a serious investment.
A fundamental one.
All right, on to rule 4, this one. I personally think it's a genuine superpower. Read every single day.
Ah, the reading rule. Love this one.
Me too. It sounds simple, like a basic habit, but the source argues it's one of the most potent, maybe overlooked capabilities we have.
And it actually changes your brain, right? Physically.
Yeah, that's a key point. Tell us about that.
Neuroscientists found that reading literally rewires your brain. Regular readers tend to have more gray matter density.
Gray matter, where does that help?
In areas linked to stronger memory, creativity, better problem solving. It's like a direct cognitive upgrade.
So you're literally building a better brain by reading.
Pretty much.
But then the source hits us with the contrast. Modern habits.
Yeah, the screen time dilemma.
Right. The average person spends, 7 hours a day on screens? Scrolling, binge watching, consuming, as the source puts it, useless information.
Yet those same people often say, I don't have time to read.
Exactly.
No.
And the source drops this shocking truth bomb. Reading just 20 minutes a day
Just 20 minutes.
can expose you to more wisdom and insight than maybe 95% of the population encounters in their entire lives.
That disparity is incredible for such a small daily investment.
It really is.
And the source has this beautiful description of books as time machines.
Time machines. How so?
They give you direct access to history's greatest minds. You can learn from Einstein, from Marcus Aurelius. Centuries of wisdom right there.
Condensed for you.
Exactly. And it makes you think. While most people are passively consuming entertainment that frankly often leaves them weaker,
Yeah.
readers are quietly, secretly building these mental empires that shape their destiny.
Mental empires. I like that. It's active construction versus passive consumption.
Precisely.
Okay, our final rule. Rule 5. This one might sound a bit demanding, maybe even brutal. Work harder than you did yesterday.
Ooh, yeah. That one challenges our comfort zones.
It does. The source argues that real growth simply never comes from comfort.
Yeah.
That's a tough pill to swallow sometimes.
It really cuts against the grain, doesn't it? The source suggests most people are kind of prisoners of laziness.
Prisoners of laziness. Explain that.
Wanting success without the grind, wanting health without the discipline, dreaming of wealth, but avoiding the risk.
That disconnect between wanting something and doing the work.
Exactly. It's a fundamental human tendency, perhaps.
And the source uses some pretty intense historical examples, right?
Oh, yeah. Elon Musk's reported 100-hour work weeks building his companies.
Right. Thomas Edison and his 1,000+ attempts with the light bulb.
Or Olympic athletes. Decades of training for just minutes of performance. They clearly chose effort over ease.
They definitely didn't stick to their comfort zones.
Not at all. And there's research mentioned, too, about the brain itself. It actually thrives on challenge.
And the opposite.
Stagnation, the source is emphatic. Stagnation isn't neutral, it's decay. The brain can actually shrink.
Wow. So not growing is actively declining.
That's the implication.
Yeah.
Which brings us to compound improvement. Even just 1% better each day.
Seems tiny.
But over time, the results are staggering. It's about that continuous, deliberate push beyond yesterday's limits.
It really makes you think about that daily choice, doesn't it? Are you pushing forward even a little or just coasting, which is actually decay?
A profound question about responsibility and potential.
So let's wrap this up. What's the big picture here? Life. Maybe it doesn't need to be super complicated.
Seems like these core principles cover a lot of ground.
They do. Our deep dive suggests these 5 timeless rules. They're simple ideas, but incredibly powerful.
Let's recap them.
Okay. 1, stop letting others dictate your life. Free yourself from that external opinion trap.
2, hold your loved ones close. Prioritize those real connections.
3, move your body regularly. Your life literally depends on it.
4, feed your mind daily. Read. Build that mental empire.
And 5, outwork your past self. Push for growth every single day.
Simple on the surface, profound in practice.
Exactly. And the source offers this compelling conclusion, maybe a bit sobering.
Well done.
It suggests most people, even knowing these rules, will probably ignore them. They'll continue in, quiet desperation.
Oof, that's bleak.
But it also says a few, the brave ones, will actually apply them, and they'll create lives that seem extraordinary.
Lives others might just call lucky.
Right. But the source is clear. It's not luck.
No, it's discipline, courage, daily choices.
Consistent effort rising above the easy path.
Yeah.
So this leaves a big question hanging for you, our listener, to maybe mull over after we finish up here.
What's the question?
Will you keep living the way you always have? Or will you finally choose that more intentional, more fulfilling life, the one that, according to these principles, has been waiting for you all along?
A powerful choice to consider.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into what it truly takes to transform your life.